Hi, my name is Phil Chavez.
What is the history behind your restaurant?
Well, the history started back in 1990 in Gallup, New Mexico, and my dad had an auto clinic, and in 1988 I got out of the Navy and I opened a restaurant in my dad's auto clinic. He subdivided it for me and gave me of a 5-bay auto clinic. He gave me one of the bays and the storeroom, and I turned it into a restaurant. Put a walk-in cooler, put hood, triple sinks, everything for a restaurant to cook New Mexican food. After a couple of years of doing that, I decided it was too much work, so I left it. My dad rented it out. When he got burnt out in the cars, he closed his auto clinic and turned all the rest of the bays into seating area and used that kitchen and called it Grandpa's Grill. That was 30 years ago, and it's still there today. After he opened that one up, I helped him rebuild it and remodel it and turn it into a restaurant. I moved to Shiprock, Farmington and Shiprock area, Four Corners, and I opened one up there. It was in Shiprock, and 2 years there was not good business on the reservation, so I moved it to Farmington. And I stayed in Farmington for 6 years. And then after my wife and I splitting up, we sold the restaurant. And it took me about 15 years to get back into it. And I've moved to Albuquerque, and I've been here 10 years now in business.
So how did the grill get its name?
The grill got its name because my father opened up Grandpa's Grill. He thought of that name. My mom and dad thought of Grandpa's Grill because everybody called him Grandpa. He had many grandkids. After he sold the restaurant 10 years ago, after owning it 25 years, when I opened my restaurant back up 15 years later, I could not use Grandpa's Grill anymore because it was already taken in Gallup or in the state of New Mexico. So I took the name Grandpa because I'm not a grandpa yet, and hence just call it The Grill.
How was the experience of relocating to a bigger space?
Scary. Very scary. Didn't know if this place I was going to make it or not. The previous location I was at was only 35 seats, 1,700 square foot. Then I moved into a place that has 4,500 square feet with 150 seats. It was pretty scary. This place looked huge when I walked into it. And I said, I don't know if I can handle a place this big. But after 3 years of being here, I look out there now and it's not big anymore. It's small, and we fill it up many, many times.
Why did you choose to decorate it the way that you did?
Because my father did the same thing. We still own a piece of property south of Gallup. We owned a ranch, and it had barns and old stuff, and they had old wagons all over, and my folks were antique collectors, and anything that was rusty was hung on the barn walls.
So did you always know that you wanted to own a restaurant?
I knew I wanted to own something and be my own boss. And so when I got out and got into the restaurant business, helping my dad do one, I knew I could do my own. Then I found my calling.
So what makes the grill unique from other restaurants?
Probably the grill itself. It's handmade grill with fire brick underneath it, and we burn nothing but mesquite wood underneath it. We don't have any gas or electric hooked up to it. So we are basically outdoor grilling, but indoors.
What is something that you want people to know about your restaurant?
That we're unique, that we are one of a kind, and we love every customer that walks in that door, no matter who they are.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. And so one of the best things I love about working here is that I get to work with my kids. I get to teach them the whole business. That's one of the favorite things I like about working here, is my kids.